I think Will is coming to our food forest. Oh, there! Yay! Look at this! I have a little gift for you. Plums. There are so many plums. Look, we already got about 2/3, and there are some left. It's really beautiful. So welcome in our food forest. It's veganic. So we don't use anything from the animals. We let them live their lives. And then we do more mineralizing and compost tea, borage. You can see the video how one makes borage tea and how I serve it in the afternoon. So it's a happy food forest. And here, if you can see, the almond tree is like really full. And then we have the persimmons, and then here we have the raised beds, and this is, it's shiso, is this very special little plant, Japanese. It's very tasty and savory, and then we have the strawberries in here. And so they're nicely protected. And then we can go up here. We have about 10 apple trees, and this is one, the Jonathan, and many Gravenstein, and we have Enna apples. Actually, Enna apples are the best for our climate. I will show you later. It's really wonderful. And then we have here some herbs, and this year I decided to do another try with getting the zucchinis vertically. I do it with the squash, and you saw it on other videos. It's the greatest thing to grow vertically. With a little piece of land, one can do so much, even on a balcony. I mean, wherever you are, in a pot. Now they have these grow bags. That's a great idea. And then I like to point something out about this surface, the ground. In the beginning, about 12 years ago, we put the first wood chips on here twice a year, in the spring and in autumn, about 4 or 5 inches. We don't have any weeds coming through, and it protects, on top of it, it protects the humidity in the ground for much longer, especially now when it gets really warm in the summer. And it makes a beautiful earth. We have now black earth underneath, because this was all red with lots of rocks. So now we have earthworms. And then we have 6 raised beds, and these are Malabar. Malabar, they're just coming slowly. They're vine, and I will put some stakes, and then they come up, and the leaves are about that big, and it's spinach for hot climate. So I can't grow spinach, but I can grow Malabar and Okinawan spinach, like here, like these. These are really nice raw and cooked or in the smoothie. And I like to show you, this is a prune tree, and I discovered lately that there are 3 prunes. It's a young tree. So this is the coming of the prunes here. 3 of them for the beginning, which is nice. And not to overlook this beautiful flower. We have quite a bit of flowers even in the summer. And fig trees, they're coming along. Our new addition is a second mirabelle here, and here a second walnut tree. They make such a great canopy. We will go to the first a little later. I always leave the fennel sprout and take as herbs the sprout leaves instead of cutting them off down there. We have some bell peppers, and this is the grapefruit tree. And this year we got about 60 or more grapefruit. Yeah. So every day we had a grapefruit. It was neat. So there, if you look back, it's this beautiful nectarine tree with loads of nectarine. They will go for a while till they're ripe. These will be the first peaches. I put a little bird netting. They're not ripe yet, but pretty close to ripe. And we changed a little bit our layout, put some more trees in. One can put lots of trees and they're very good for the shade. And here we have this great example of that tiny Anna apple with these beautiful apples, and they're ripe in beginning of July, mid-July. One can start eating these apples. Then a fig tree here, and the Indian peach, Indian blood peach. But I like to show you the king figs. King figs, I mean, this is beautiful, and there are so many more to come. The whole tree is full of beautiful green figs. And these, we have two of the cherry trees, and they carry very well. They're really and so delicious, so wonderfully delicious. I feel like when I think about our fruit forest, we're having actually lots of fruit trees. It's good to grow in this climate. The greens in the summer are not very big. And here, if you look to the left here, it's the tomato patch. They're kind of coming slowly. We got some apricots here. They're really nice. And then, of course, our big fig tree. We had the first set of figs, and the next set is coming right here. So, yeah, I mean, fruit trees really grow so well here. And I would suggest you find out which zone. That's good. But you know, every zone has so many sub-zones, and you can just do a picture book, food forest, somebody does, and then replicate. You have to feel into the land and just create it yourself, like what comes well here. This is the first tree we ever planted 12 years ago with these apples. You see they're much smaller and they will come later. So, and then, oh, I always like to point out this flower here. It's beautiful. So here we have a barrel with always standing water. We'll see a frog is usually here, but he isn't here. He's already on his way out. And then I have cans here, and I have seaweed. It's a clean seaweed, it's called, and some other powders and things I can, it's all organic, yams, yeah. So one can add a little bit to the compost one has. And this actually is a great tree. There are the little mandarins.
Mandarin orange.
Yeah, it's coming along. another apple tree. And vervain, if you have seen the tea I make, vervain with stevia, it's very good. Oh, it's so good. And you know, nowadays we need strong nerves, and that's good for it. And then the yarrow is good too. And here I let some of the arugula put to seed, like here, you see. This is a pod, a seed pod. Yeah. And then you can just sprinkle them wherever you like to have them, which is nice. We have, of course, we have bird baths everywhere for the birds. They're thirsty and they like to bathe. And this is Waldo, the big, it towers up into the blue sky. Walnut tree, and it carries lots of walnuts. They're also green, so it's hard to see them. Here, yeah, they're all over the place. And then the grapes. This is, by the way, a great thing to do. Will did this wonderful trellis, and this is so cool. We actually have nearly 10 degrees cooler in here, so it's really good to plant trees. If you like just ornamental trees, do that, but it's good, just plant trees. Wherever you go, you can put some seeds, Johnny apple seeds. So let's go to the lower part of our garden. This is the older Mirabelle tree. They come in September. They're yellow when they're ripe. And then Will actually did something new. He made some copper spirals, and it creates a vortex and brings the energy of the elements into the earth, and is good for growing. So we're trying it out, so it's our first trial, and we'll tell you maybe in a year how it goes. This are all these winter squashes, like grown from seeds. They go up here and come out here, and this is already a squash coming. And if one gets it while you can still put, you see the nail into, you can use it like a zucchini. And if you let it grow bigger and then it gets hard outside, then you can save it. So this is a cucumber plant, comes from down here up through here and goes, I have to make a trellis here, and they're really good cucumbers, the long ones, they're really nice. This is the Gravenstein I told you before, and here we have same thing again. They will go up the fence here and then into the trees. Strawberry tree, and here this is the goji berries, and it's all full of flowers, especially back there. And then it makes lots of great gojis. This is the newest of the persimmons, and he's coming nicely. He gets trimmed all the time, so he makes the right shape for him here. And then Will has to tuck underneath the Anna. Look at this Anna apple. It's full of apples. It's a great tree for the warmth. So we have rosemary, and we have here the pineapple sage, which I put into the smoothie. It's nice for smoothie. Some more goji berries, younger ones. And here, goji berries, and we arrive to the almond. Yeah, this is the fuyu actually. look at this. It has already lots of little free persimmon. You can see. Yeah. It's so neat how they hide when they're green. And this is a bed in making here. I have still the old kale where the leaves were, when we arrived in April, they were actually that big. And now it's summer. Now that's all they get. And I still harvest them. It's kind of little, but it's still better. And here we are back in our point where we started by the gate. And I thank you for taking the walk with us in the food forest and just grow something, grow some sprouts. We have a sprout video where Will grows the sprouts. Now in the summer, it's really a great thing to have sprouts because outside it's kind of a little bit difficult with the greens, so sprouts always grow inside. And then we're looking forward for some more fruit. So thanks and see you again. Happy summer.